When you're advertising to an audience, all of the advertising platforms use a very similar method for advertising. Whether you're advertising using Amazon ads or whether you're going onto Facebook or Instagram or Twitter, or whether you're advertising on Google Ads, each of them has a platform that allows you to do something very similar, and the process is really similar. The first thing that you want to do is you want to figure out, okay, how much do I want to spend and who do I want to contact? Okay, that means that you have to figure out who your audience is. Now, you might be selling books. This is basically going to be aimed at people who are selling books. You're going to be selling books. Maybe you're going to be selling your ebooks. You might be selling audiobooks, or you may be going for print books. Usually you're going to try to bundle them all together so that you're just selling a book. Okay, you want anybody that clicks on that ad to be able to pick up your book in any format that they desire. And so you're going to target your audience, and you're going to look at the age and the gender of your audience primarily. Okay. In other words, I want to put my ad out to women who are between the ages of 23 and 42, something along that line. Facebook and other platforms may allow you to do this, and they may even be more specific. You can target fans of romance or of a particular romance author, somebody that's maybe similar to the kind of book that you're selling. And that's a really effective way to narrow down your audience. You don't want to be advertising to a hugely wide audience, because anytime someone clicks on your ad or takes an interest, it may cost you money. It may cost you, say, 30 or 50 cents, something along that line. And if it takes 10 or 15 people to click on an ad, you're running out of profit margin really, really quickly when you're trying to sell books. So you want to make sure that you target your audience really, really well, and you run your ads. Now, when you run your ad, the first thing that I like to do is I like to pick my image. What I do is I make an ad and I'll have a picture, and maybe above or below the picture, or maybe even I might have text right over the image. But in any case, I'm going to have an image with some text. So I've got to pick an image. And people are attracted to images that excite them. If an author sees an ad on Facebook, and let's say I've got an author who's a 50-year-old woman, she might not identify really well with, say, an 18-year-old woman. Okay, she might look at it and say, "No, I'm not that author." Okay, so she kind of needs to be able to see herself in that ad and feel like it's targeted toward her, that this is talking to her. And so you try to create ads with different images. You want to go with different genders, and you want to go with different ages. So for an ad that is going out to both males and females, I might have to have two different images, one male, one female. And then I want to take it and split it even further, old, young. You might want to even go by gender, but maybe even by the racial profile, okay, depending upon the type of book that you're writing or the sexual orientation of the reader. For example, if you have a book that's a romance novel that's going out to the gay community, then you want to make sure that you're going to be hitting that profile. Now, when you get your images, there's two different types of images that you can have. You can have a still image, which is just a picture, okay, or you can be looking for a video image. That's going to be a short video, maybe 10 or 15 seconds, that has some sort of action that draws the eye. Those tend to be much more successful at drawing readers than ads that have still images. When you select your image, you can get them from a number of different places. You can go out and take your own videos if you want, okay? Or you can buy ads that are already pre-made. You can get them on, for example, I get mine from Adobe stock images, and it costs, maybe $50, $70 to get a short video that's been taken. But very often these are high quality and fairly inexpensive, much cheaper than going out and hiring actors and filming the images yourself. So you get your image, and then you have to test those images out, test out some ads. Once you've got an image, you want to have some caption. You want to have some kind of text that grabs the reader. And different readers are interested in different things. If you have a book that's coming out, for example, and you've won an award, there are some people who are interested in books that have won awards. It says quality to them. And so when you put your ad up, you might want to mention award winning, okay? Or maybe it's a deeply romantic book. You might want to add that this is a fabulous romantic novel or something along that line. Or maybe you're going to emphasize price. Okay, some people are like, I won't pay more than 99 cents for a book. So if you've got a book that's going to be exceptionally cheap, you're going to advertise the fact that it's on sale. In any case, you've got to figure out 3 or 4 different approaches that you're going to use to try to grab the interest of a reader. And so you use several different captions with your image. And then you try out your ad and you see which ones work the best. Okay, do you put it out for a day and test your ad and see that one image captures 80% more people than the other two? Then great, you know that that's probably the one that you want to go with. Once you capture the interest of a reader, they're going to click on your ad, and that's going to take them to a landing page. This is going to be on your website. It will be something that you're going to be working on and changing from time to time. If you've got a big sale, you'll be putting that going up, a new novel that's being released. But in any case, you want them to get to your landing page. And at that point, you've got to convert the reader. By that I mean you've got to get them to push the buttons and purchase the product. And that's a whole art and science in itself. It would take me hours, maybe days, to go through the art of converting readers. I have a brother who's a marketing writer for ads on Facebook and Google, and he's spent an entire lifetime studying the science of how do you get people to see you as an authority? How do you convince them that they need to buy it now instead of putting it off for 6 months or maybe saying never? There's a big science to that. But in any case, you need to convert readers. And so your Facebook page has to convert readers. If you've got a lot of people clicking on ads and not buying, then you know that your problem isn't the ad. Your problem is the text that you have once they get to your website. In any case, that's basically the process. You create a website, you link it to these various platforms, and you go to town. Now, I want to explain something here really quickly though. No matter what platform you're using, it's easy for an author in particular to overspend on ads. It's not like you're selling yachts or cars or houses or something like that. You don't have a lot of money to play with. And so you need to be conservative in your approach. And for that reason, at this point, I'm going to suggest that for further study, you need to go to the platform that you want to advertise on and do a little bit of research on how that platform is used. For example, if you want to put up ads on Amazon, there are books on how to advertise on Amazon. And if you want to advertise on Facebook, there are books on Facebook. And there are classes that you can take. And just don't spend too much money trying to figure out how to advertise on that platform, because ultimately it may end up costing you more than it's worth. In any case, have fun with advertising. Recognize that this is something that you're going to need to learn how to do. It doesn't take more than a couple of hours to learn the basics of how to advertise on any one given platform. But the big thing that you have to do is you do have to figure out how to use these various platforms.